Hello everybody, we are going live today with Michali. We're back with our Tuesday lives to answer a question that's been posted on our forums. We're just going to wait for some of you to pop up and for Michali to come as well. I missed you all last week, but it was a good break for me. It's good to be back. Let's see. Michali, I see you, I think. Second. So.
Hi.
Hi, good to see you again. It feels like we took like a month off.
I know. I was just like, I forgot who I was telling. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's only just been 2 weeks. It feels like it's been years.
I know.
So good to see you.
Likewise. Alrighty, so we have
Um,
a tough question this week because I don't
yeah.
put like so much to say on it, but I'm excited that we're going to be addressing it because I felt bad it got unanswered. Like so many other questions on the forums, people are able to relate to, and I guess this one is like a little bit more unique. So I was like, let's hit it.
Okay. All right. So here's the question. It's by a huge patient. That's their username. Hi, I'm checking in if there is someone here who lives with Asperger's syndrome and was only diagnosed when older, 25 plus, and their parents never understood them and was always in a fight with them because they didn't know what's going on with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do you want to answer that or should I just
I
jump
think
in?
you should jump for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, welcome, Deborah. Um, so, um, I, First of all, I just want to like put out there that I am not an expert in, any kind of, spectrum disorders, including Asperger's. So take everything what I say with a grain of salt because I'm not specialized in this.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm feeling, what's jumping out at me is, first of all, I could psychoanalyze just even like the username for
Yeah.
forever. Like why, I'm curious why they're referring to themselves as a huge patient. Like, do they view themselves as a patient? Like, what's their own self concept? And, but I
Well,
think
just to say a point,
what,
to say a point on that, we do have like a username generator on the site where like
yeah.
choose the username. Like I'm curious if that one was generated or if they actually chose that username. So I don't know.
That's interesting. That is really interesting. Yeah, I mean, it would be a really interesting name to generate, but you
Yeah.
never know. Um, I mean, the other thing that I'm like picking up on here, like in terms of emotions, is that I'm feeling this like sense of loneliness and almost like abandonment, and feeling really misunderstood and kind of not knowing where to put themselves. So it sounds like that this person kind of began understanding themselves and how their minds work pretty late in life, and so there's going to be two different, I think, paths that they're going to take. One is a lot of undoing, of the hurt that they experienced and the pain they've experienced in not having this diagnosis and not knowing how to get the support that they deserve. And then the second piece here is going to be how to understand themselves and how to live with this kind of diagnosis and understand and appreciate the diagnosis. It's really and also just like kind of getting the support in terms of like the social support and learning certain social skills and kind of CBT like interventions here. Sometimes OT is warranted.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But I also think, like, in terms of the parents, I mean, there's a lot of dynamics there. We're just scratching the surface based on what this person wrote. But it sounds like that they did not get the support from the two most important people in their life, which is their
Right.
parents. And
I'm sure there's a lot of anger there as well.
yeah, a lot of anger. And, I don't know where this person is on the spectrum, and I don't know if they have the tools to express their emotions. Oh my God, I love your OKclarity mug. Oh
Old
my
mug,
God.
and like been using it lately, and I'm loving it. So thank you for
Oh my gosh, I love it. It like
we
matches the
have to
logo.
get it. We have to get it for merch for all our
All
people.
this, oh my gosh, I love it. Sign me up, please.
Absolutely.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that the first step would really just be understanding this for himself or herself. And and then from that place, then learning tools to express themselves, and then kind of working on those like resentment pieces and the hurt pieces, with their parents, if they're up for that. I mean, everyone, you know, chooses different things with that, but that's kind of where my mind's going with that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's so much to unpack. I think,
Yeah.
making also space for like the relief component of like, now I know what I have, so to speak. So now I can better like understand all the different things I didn't understand in the past. Like similar to when you do
Yeah.
like a personality assessment on yourself, you're like, oh my goodness, that's why I'm the way I am. Like I'm not totally a
Yeah.
fluke. Like I fit into a specific spectrum. So not to let it be a label, but to let it be some sort of like um,
Like a
teacher,
guide.
or yeah, like something for yourself to be able to feel more normalized and to understand yourself finally. So
Yeah.
to make some space for that like feeling of like gratitude that like you got this now, and like life is long, God willing, for you, and there'll be hopefully time to make up for the pain, but like not to also ignore the pain that you've experienced, but to understand also like parents, I'm assuming, didn't know either. So like even though it totally makes sense, like you're like to feel angry, but like we have to also understand like if there wasn't the actual knowledge piece there, then like how can people do the best people can do the best they can do with the knowledge that they have. So like that piece of understanding as well. And I think like once you also understand this piece of yourself, to find like support, right? Like to not just find like
Yeah.
expert support, but also like community support. So I'm glad that you reached out, and I purposely wanted to approach this topic today, even though I didn't have the smartest things to say on it, because I felt like, let's put it out there, because I'm sure there's so many other people like this, and somebody will find you. And you will find other people, and don't stop on the OKclarity forums. Like continue to search to find other people, because they definitely exist. You're not alone. That would be my message.
100%. And there's so many support groups for people who have Asperger's, and there's so many resources. So I completely agree with you. Finding community, finding support, finding people who just get you. I mean, that feeling of finding out that, we have something can be so scary, but also super, super validating, as you said, to our experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so you get that feeling also in support groups and finding that community of that, like, oh my
Exactly.
gosh, you get me. Wow. And you can never underestimate the power of just feeling heard and seen and understood. So,
Exactly.
so yeah, I'm so with you on that.
Awesome. All right. I think that sums it up.
Thank
I
you,
think we're
Shay.
time. Thank you so much, Michelle.
Yay.
Everyone for
All
tuning in,
right.
and we'll be in touch. We'll see you next week.
See
Take
you
care.
next week. Bye.
Bye bye.